Back for some more real spit. Welcome. Today was a very good day. Very, very good day because I learned something new. And what I learned new was you gotta love the intangibles, man. The intangibles, it's what is gonna set you apart in this life, is when it gets you the best results because the intangibles are all that ever really matter. See, what you gotta understand in life is that in this modern age of time where everybody can do something, what makes you stand out is your unique quirk or the things in your past that you take that make you kind of different from what everybody else does. So, like I was explaining in a Twitter thread, that you have to fail a lot in life. And the reason you have to fail a lot in life is because you got to take different lessons from different activities and different mediums. And these different these different activities, give me one second. These different activities is what gives you your new creative edge. So, like, for example, there's three things. It's like, if everybody say, like, you have to be like a 90% threshold to be good at a particular, we'll say electricity or be an electrician. So everybody that's an electrician has a particular competency that they can all pretty much do the same thing. Now, are there some people who are at a 99%? Yeah, there's some people at 90%. But for the most part, if you can do the job at 85%, typically the job's gonna look good to the average person. Nobody's gonna really be able to identify that. That's great electrician work. Same thing with like boxing or fighting. Most people don't understand what they're watching when they're watching a boxing match or MMA. They really don't understand what they're watching. They just see people fighting. That's why they're always like, stand and bang, because that's all they understand is hands being thrown at each other. But they don't understand the science of what's really going on there, like range, setups, feints, takedowns, jiu-jitsu, reversal, turnovers, balance. They don't understand all that shit because they don't do it. So what makes a guy a star in MMA, contrary to popular belief, is not his fighting ability. The biggest stars in MMA are the guys who talk the best. And you know why they're the guys who talk the best? The guys that we enjoy? Because in the realm where everybody can fucking fight, the guy who talks the best is going to be the guy who stands out. Because everybody can fight. If you're in the UFC, everybody can fight. That's why you're in the UFC. And you're a dum-dum if you really believe that you're going to be like this great star because you have a great jab and a great cross. No, that's not what makes it. It's a guy on the microphone because you're spending more time on the microphone talking than you're actually doing fighting. But most guys don't understand that concept. And that's the same thing with life. You don't have to be the best. You really don't. Whoever tells you got to be the best is a dum-dum that wastes so much time in their life doing one thing. And that's why they have to be the best, because they don't have any other intangibles. There's nothing else that makes people recognize them besides that they are the best. But you know who gets the best business? The guy with the intangibles, the guy who stands out, the guy who's a people person, the guy who's he thinks and does the things that most people don't do. Like, you write letters to people. Most people don't get letters. You can get a lot of business if you get letters. Like, if your business, if you just get down and write a hand letter, like, hey, thank you so much for blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate your business. Feel free to call me. I do specials, consultations. Reach out to me. Things like that, that gets you business because nobody does it. People send you these fucking stupid emails that everybody gets and nobody wants to check their email. But if you get a handmade letter that somebody actually sit down and wrote and you see it in your mailbox, you grab it, like, oh, this is interesting. You look at it and you're going to read it because people read their fucking mail. Because usually when you get mail, it's important. But nobody thinks about these things. But that's what I'm saying. So the big thing with the tangible is, like, be the guy with the unique quality outside of the main skill. Like, if you're a YouTuber, you're not going to be the best YouTuber if you're trying to beat Mr. Beast. Because Mr. Beast has gained the algorithm of YouTube. So you're never going to beat that guy if you're just trying to make content for content's sake. Just for content to blow up to be liked by everybody. You're just not going to beat them. But you know what you can do? You could talk real spit on the microphone like your boy and do things that most people don't put up. And then you'll get a different type of following and more people will reach out to you. More people want to do business with you because they see a unique quirk that they like. It makes you stand out outside of everybody else that does the same exact thing. That's why you don't copy fucking trends. Trends are gay. Trends are for people that don't have authenticity and fucking coolness about themselves or dopeness. When you got dopeness about yourself, dopeness is because you failed at a bunch of things, and now that you're at this current pace, you're confident. You just walk around with a new air because you're like, no, I'm gonna figure it out, man. I'm a real guy. I'm out here actually grinding, figure things out, get out in the arena and playing. Most people don't want to play. Most people just want to sit on the sideline and just go get the little ticket and think they're playing. But when you have the intangibles can only come through lessons taught things outside of the current thing you're doing. Because if you get taught outside those current things that you're doing, you're different from all the other people that do everything. That's what I'm realizing about electricity. Everybody's the same dude. They're all like kind of lazy, don't take care of themselves, not very good people. And it's not anything knock on them, but it's like they just been doing this since they were so young because they didn't think about like more things they can do about it. And so I'm coming in the game like an older gentleman who's been through life and done some different shit. So I have a different look on it. I don't look at it the same way they look at it. And that's why intangibles are important, because intangibles give you different outlooks on things. You get to see things from different angles. So you're not always just straightforward. You're looking for side dips. Like if you look at fighting is always a great metaphor for just pretty much everything in life, because life is a fight. But the key to fighting, if you're at a stalemate with somebody's equally fast than you, equally as fast as you, equally as strong, equal endurance, you know what's going to make you win? Your ability to think outside the box, your thinking ability. Thinking is always the number one thing. If you could take better angles, misstep, it comes down to how well you can maneuver and think. And the more experiences you have, the more ways you can think. And most people don't understand this concept. And that's really what the intangibles are. You just think a little bit different because you've done different things. So, like, if I'm fighting you, some of this, like Vasily Lomachenko, if you ever get a chance to watch this guy, he's a perfect example of intangibles. His father was his trainer, very wise man. He had him take Ukraine dance. He didn't even start boxing until he was about 10 or 11. So he did Ukrainish dance from the ages of like 4 to like fucking 10 or 12. Forever. And what he realized is it gave him really, really great strength, lower body strength, the footwork and balance. And when he put that into boxing, he was just dancing on fools. And he's still dancing on fools. Like his angles he takes are so crazy because he has a different outlook from boxing. See, a lot of guys, they just start off boxing at the young age of like 5 or 6. And all they ever did was boxing. So they all box the same. Because boxing gets taught in a very regimented way. But if you did some different things when you get into fighting, you're not going to be the same type of fighter. You're going to be a different fighter because you got past experience because of your intangibles. That's why intangibles are the shit. Intangibles give you that fucking, that sauce, nigga. And the last thing is, the reason why your intangibles are going to give you the best output in life, or the best result in life, is because you think different and you move. Because when you think different, you move different. When you move different, you get different results. You're going to be put in different positions than most people are going to find themselves in because you have a different outlook. And because of your creativity, your past experience, and things that you've done, and your authenticity, you're going to get very, very weird results that are going to draw attention. Like my dry headband. Nobody else is doing dry headbands on YouTube. Only me. I'm the only guy with a sword and a dry headband on YouTube. You show me a guy with that, I'll send you $1,000. I promise you won't ever find it. And then eventually somebody's going to copy me and start wearing those Naruto headbands and swords and shit. But because of that, I am different. So you listen to me. Because you're like, this guy's weird. And I like weird because people like weird because it brings your attention, because everything is so dull and boring, because most people are dull and boring because they all think the fucking same, because they don't have past experience, because they all follow the same pathway, which is grade school, middle school, high school, college, get a corporate job, and sit in the desk for 40 years. That's what most people think. That's their plan for life. I'm just going to sit at the desk for 40 years, then get a retirement, and then I'm going to be done. That's what most people do. And that's why most people are not very like unique. They don't stand out. So if you want to stand out, embrace your intangibles and really embrace who you are. Learn, try new things, and I promise you, when you hit about 30, you're going to be pristine man. You're going to see a very bright future for yourself, young people. Best of luck to you.